Good day there all. I am AViralInfection, and welcome to another episode, again, of Nekopara Volume 2. Shit got really intense towards that latter part of the episode, previous one, where, women got slapped, not by men. So catfights happened, but emotional catfights. One ran, we calmed the other one, I had to go out and find the other to calm them. Atsuki, coconut. Figured, got it, good, we're leaving. And pushing it open, we run out to go find our beloved sister. Shit. I knew it'd be this scene. It's always this scene when something very emotional happens. From Nekopara Volume 1, especially. All those moments. Fuck, they're bringing up tears just remembering them. Ah, no! No, I don't want to cry. We fucking haven't got to the climax of this. You're not helping me try to keep it in, man. Woman. Nut. Cat. Echo. Okay, I double clicked, I was scared. I find her at last, standing by a railing. Okay. At an empty park that overlooks the ocean. She has her back turned to me, and her familiar long hair streams down it. Hearing my footsteps, she turns to face me. Thanks, game. Her heterochromatic eyes. Heterochromatic eyes are red and puffy from crying. She looks away from me, hiding her drained complexion. I had a lot I was going to say when I found you, but I'm just glad you're safe, Coconut. Really. I lay my honest feelings out and hope she doesn't step on them like every girl ever tried to confess to. Right? Am I the only one? Bad timing? Okay. And breathe a deep, relieved sigh. Damn it, don't make me cry. Please don't. Please don't. I don't want to cry. She lays, her face back down on the railing. The sound of her muffled sobs echo throughout the park. I'm still experiencing hand motions just so I can try to calm myself down or, inspire my mood to not be sad, but to be somewhere in a happy state so I don't end up crying. Silently, I stand beside Coconut, and we gaze at the pitch black sea and night sky together. Oh gosh. Okay. The shot is taken. Okay. Yep, they're about to leave my face. They're about to leave my eyes. Oh. Holy crap. Just looking at that in general, it looks so beautiful. And sad at the same because of the atmosphere. And everything, and how ghostly her hair is. How opaque. Odd? Yes. Me? Of course. Continuing. I've calmed down a bit. And you have. She seems even weaker than the wavering starlight being reflected off the water's surface. Wow, dropping some philosophical shit, man. I love it. Her voice is frail and despondent. Despondent. As she continues to sob. Interesting word. I stand there silently, waiting for Coconut to talk. Okay. That's my big question. Puns. Why is it always that guys are seen to be taller and bigger, yet that to be useful? You could find the same goddamn realm, or it doesn't matter, because of obvious things. The size is irrelevant. Height, who cares? Even though we all may joke. Equality in the matter. It doesn't matter that much. It still will make us happy nonetheless, but I'm getting tangented. I'm finding a tangential angle and just shooting off on that. So, when, can't remember the word. Pulls me back in. Gravity, but it's not just that straight up. It's a spinning force whose name is out of my head. Centripetal. Got it. Okay. What about them? One of them is bigger in one category. The others are different in all different respects. One is the flattest of them all. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about height. And I know that, but my brain still wants to go to that. That doesn't matter either. Okay. Literally, the entire aspects of each of those being important on their own is the reason why they're important in general. Because if they all were the same character, they wouldn't differentiate anyone's opinion about them. She's a deadpanned, flat, and hilarious character who is also kind of devilish, and it's highly intriguing. She's just cute. She's like the Moe sort of thing, where she's dumbfounded, dim-witted, but is hilarious for that extension and kind of lewd. Or obviously like excluding just good looking, because all of them are in their own retrospect of different hair colors and eye colors, everything else, sizes, but still. She's more of a high class, prissy, P-word. Primpy? Prissy? Something like that. Woman. Like fine dining, all of that, very eloquent. And Cinnamon's just fan service times 10, who's hilarious because is lewd and is awesome. And you are a klutz. You're funny in that retrospect. The self-doubt you have on yourself is what makes people become attracted to you, because they can see something that is comparable with them. Also other reasons, but still. Your eyes being different shades are a fetish of their own. I'm just going to continue because I could be here for goddamn forever. Tangent. I never use that button. Anyway. I didn't mention Itsuki because I've talked to her way too much in the past, like 3 episodes. So if you want to know why I find her to be intriguing all on her own and being separate from the rest, is because you should have watched other episodes. Or if you want to know, then rewatch them or watch them for the first time. Because who actually watches these things in order? People who actually kept the story. Wow, my aggression's being slipped out of nowhere. Stop saying what I say to myself. It doesn't help anyone, especially the user, the caster of the words. See now, that is motivation. That is something I do not have. You know that you don't... You know that you're not the greatest. You're not perfection. I'm not just going to fall out and insult. So you're going to keep trying. That is a very, very determined goal. 10 out of 10, behind yet again. See, this is what I'm saying. I can definitely compare. Put a hand on her shoulder, something to give her comfort, because I can't, obviously. And this is why we don't bully kids. She wraps her fist tightly around the rail. One after another, tears begin to run down her face. It's hard to see her in so much pain knowing that I can't do anything. Coconut. I understand that nothing I say will reach her right now. Words won't help, but... I put my arms around her trembling shoulders. There you go. And tenderly brush her cheek. She might be bigger than any other cat girls, but despite how she looks, by size, she's actually the most gentle, delicate, and helpless of them all. I feel like I'll break her if I hug her too tight. As if giving her my strength, I embrace her. Glass. Sometimes, the easiest to see through is the thickest, or the thinnest, or actually the most clouded. I would touch more on those topics, but I have too many things about glass, as is, since I talk to the window, mirror, either one, too often, and whisper into her ear as gently as I can. Haven't I told you? You're always so impatient, Coconut. Shh, shh. Let me speak. Her voice is much calmer than before, and she begins to loosen up just a little bit. Chocola might be sincere and cheerful, but it's because of those qualities that she's so awkward and messes up a lot. Vanilla's smart, but she's always so apathetic. Maple says rude things to customers too, and Cinnamon always spaces out and ends up ignoring everything else around her. With a wry smile, I continue to look at the speechless Coconut. And Suki is always so sarcastic and it causes a lot of problems. Even Shigeri pushes her too hard, and bites off more than she can chew sometimes. And of course, I'm always bossing everyone around and making them do things how I want them to be done. Funny thing is, I don't know if you can see the name, but that was Naughty Boy. That happens so many times I never get the joke even for myself. Even now, I'm at a loss because I can't seem to make you feel any better. Coconut, you may be a little insecure, vain and clumsy, but when it comes to physical strength, you have everyone beat, and you're always trying your hardest. It's good enough. Your best is good enough. I bring her close, and firmly embrace her shaking head. It all depends on how you look at it. Humans, Nekos, it doesn't matter. Everyone has good and bad traits. Coconut, do you dislike the other cat girls because of their flaws? You and Itsuki are always fighting, but do you really hate her? Dropping all sorts of philosophical things here. And don't say some stupid shit like, family. I don't like hearing that. I hear it just because I can overlook the bad because I enjoy the good so much more. That is what I want to hear. Yes, saying that the reasons to dislike her are so small in a magnitude. Coconut murmurs. Her voice is shaky as tears drip down her cheeks. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Even if there are parts you dislike about her, that doesn't mean you hate her. Because in the end, obvious, we're family. At least, that's how I feel. I don't like hearing the family thing. Well, I'm a bastard. Even though we're not blood related, you are still a precious member of the Minazuki family, aren't you? This name has very high signification to the story. Also Azuki's, to her who she is. Anyway. At the very least, I consider you to be my youngest sister, just like Shigeru is. And then again, of course, you can say that Coconut has obvious correlation with her name, but I'm not going to touch that subject because this is obviously a bad atmosphere for it. Even if you hate me, okay? It's okay. Just get in the hug. The trickle of tears become a river. Like get in the hug zone. And she begins to wail, repeating, "I'm sorry," over and over again. Come inside. Just so I like saying it better. Weeben. Anyway. Lord Weeben instead of Gaben. Weird. Okay. With Coconut's head nestled against mine, I gently rub her cheek. Hugging her tighter, I try to stop her from trembling, but also not too tight so you don't, well, continue your analogy later, break her. It's okay. Why we always talk about her? Let's talk about me. That's me trying to like change the mood for myself. I gently wipe the tears from Coconut's left cheek, not the right, the left. Does it still hurt where Azuki hate you? We've calmed her down a bit, so we should be fine. It's okay. She probably already has. Her crying gets louder. I'm just like expecting you to hear in the distance just "Baka, of course I forgive you," something along those lines. And she begins to howl over and over again. Did I say the line? Yeah, I did. Good. That was lovely. Just, music playing, just drops. Nothing else. Just like, we're done with that scene. Wow. So about Azuki. I took my hand off Coconut's cheek and turned around.
Yo! Pranked, baby!
Exactly! Odds. I heard it. I'm right. Also, I looked up the different spellings of that.
It's time to stop!
with her usual nonchalant attitude. I'm right. She snorts cocaine, turning her head away in embarrassment.
本当に手のかかるバカ猫だな。
You can't add dank. Would you kindly let her speak? God damn it. You can't just make, like, you know, dank references here, because it ain't gonna work. They're too cool. She approaches Coconut and she speaks, as she speaks. Oh. Oh. Oh, damn it. Need. I'm gonna... Melt my heart. Eat my heart out, will ye? Because it's already bleeding enough as is currently.
あんなこと言われたからって家族の縁が切れるわけがねえだろうが。血がつながってるとかつながってねえとかそういうもんじゃねえだろ。
Yeah,
俺は私の妹なんだよ。
You are being really slow with your voice acting currently. I cut you off in the last one. You're ended with Baka, so you don't really need to do much with that. So, god damn it.
たとえナッツが認めなくても、おめえは私の妹なんだ。どんなに喧嘩しようが、何を言い合おうが関係ねえ。
Damn it. It's too adorable. It's too adorable.
それでも無条件に許せるんだから、家族なんだろ、私たちは。ごめんなさい、ごめんなさい、お姉ちゃん。
They hug each other tightly, putting aside all of their issues, and don't let each other go. It's all my fault.
私が悪かった。許してくれ。
Okay. It's all my fault that I said that line wrong. Because, god damn, I'm growing impatient with the timer rapidly increasing.
ナッツが頑張ってるのは誰よりも私が見てたから。だからもうピーピー泣くんじゃねえよ。妹泣かせる姉貴とか最低もいいとこだろうが。
You know you want to say yes. Yes, of course.
そんなこと言われたらもっと泣いちゃうに決まってるでしょ。ありがとう、お姉ちゃん、お姉ちゃん。
What about me?
たく、手のかかる可愛い妹なんだからよ、ナッツは。
Shit, I'm about to join them. As she gently pats Coconut's face. She gently pats Coconut head again and again. I didn't even read that line. I just witnessed that line. Like, agreed. Heavy drops begin to roll down Atsuki's face. Whew. It was a pretty eventful night, but I'm glad that they were able to make up in the end. As I tried to hold back my own tears, Cashew. We've never... Okay, yeah, almost have we never been more synchronized than at this one moment in time. I look on at Atsuki and Coconut as they continue to embrace each other. It's gotten really late. I look at the time and see that it's already past 11 p.m.
ごめんなさい。僕が余計な時間を取らせたから。
Wasted? No. Preoccupied my time. You've preoccupied a lot of my time. You don't waste my time. Each moment is a moment that I do not regret.
別におめえ一人のせいじゃねえし。
Yeah, it's all hers too.
いちいち自虐ネタに走るんじゃねえよな。
And that's me.
今日のお姉ちゃんは優しいな。うるせえ。私はいつも優しいんだよ。
Shut up. I fucking love that spelling of it. She says, embarrassed. And not slightly, letting her facade slip a bit. I don't want to ruin this charming scene. Did already. Since you guys have made up to each other now, why don't you stay at my place tonight? Yeah, smooth moves. I don't have those, but good job, Cashew.
ショコラとバニラがいねえからって、私らを代わりにしようってか？
No.
そんな手に乗るほど、私は安い猫じゃねえぞ。
At least not that easily. What if I do that? Huh? How about you? She says Neko. She says Neko. That's adorable. You sly dog. Okay. So how about it now?
代わりって、お兄ちゃん、それって。
She's thinking about it. Facade, not facade. Dare, soon. Tsundere. Okay. No. I'm just offering you a place to stay. You two are making the rest up. But I don't disagree, argue. I will not do either of those. If the opportunity is presented before me with these two that I know very well. If it's one I do not completely know at all, and so I'm also not happen to be in the mood, then of course I will definitely refuse. But since I know these people and 80% of the time I'm going to be in the mood around them, so yes.
まあ、確かに今から帰るのも面倒だし。
A rightful pain in the ass.
それならナッツと一緒でも仕方ねえかな。本当に
I am never sure with those eyes. Never sure. Because it throws some of the emotion out and you don't know exactly what they're thinking, and it bothers me to a sense of like, can't tell if she's being lewd or like something else. And the words are coming to my brain.
じゃあ、あずきのことギュってしながら寝てあげるね。
I just sort of need that for me. Selfish, I know. But this is dragged on long enough. So, I will see you metaphorically in the next one. Sayonara. I'll be in any form which way you wish to say good day. I need to stop that.